Ooh, what is up, you guys, and thank you for joining the 4-hour Pokemon Wi-Fi battle with yours truly, Skyrander, and today I got myself a match against Charlston, and yeah, he's a Twitter follower, and that's basically it. Very, very good battler, I must say, and this match was very, very good. He wanted to go mixed, and he said I only brought one OU, and yeah, that's definitely only one OU and one Uber by definition. He actually choose to use the Mega Poke, but you will find out that that is not going to matter too much. His team is super, super potent and very, very wally going down to it. Reuniclus could be very, very tough to deal with. Electivire always tough. Mobile, splendid. Configuragus have a huge problem with this in this team really, and it's going to come to show throughout this battle. Magmortar. Yeah, I can easily deal with, and Conkeldurr, which, even though it isn't that bulky, it's still got a massive HP, so it's hard to take down if you don't get the upper hand on it. You really have to work it out. I myself here is using, since it said he was going to use one OU poke, I actually choose to use Terrakion. Just going to say it right off the bat. This is an uneven Terrakion. I just realized it while battling that I wasn't doing as much damage as I was hoping for. But hell, at least I used a Terrakion, so I used at least one of you this time. And other than that, it's the Sandstream team really with Gigalith, Hippodron, and Stoutland, and I have Mantine to be able to soak special defensive damage, or special offensive, of course, and used Malamar just for the hell of it, because Malamar is awesome. I want to use it more often, but you know, we got clear limits, and this hard tier, it really came to show. Other than that, you know, this was a very, very good game, a very long game, so I'm going to have to speed up a few scenarios because it is a stall wars to begin with. But other than that, guys, let's actually get to it. So in the beginning here, I just started off using Terrakion, really. I was thinking, you know, it could be a solid lead, and it's also where I find out that it isn't really invested in anything, and I have to switch out. I don't really know if I can take a Mach Punch in this range. It seems really weird. I'm Scarfed after all, but it's not gonna matter. So I switch into Boogra just to get that going. And he will switch out here, which tells me one thing and one thing only, that he's definitely not using Mach Punch on that one. And well, Configure is coming here, so obviously it's gonna set up a Will-O-Wisp, and I have the Sandstorm going. I mean, as far as I know, I can probably wall this thing out, but I can't really dent it because I have so many physical hitters, and I should really have thought about that going into this game. I needed more special offensive bulk, but sadly I didn't want to use Slowbro first off, so yeah, that is actually really frustrating knowing that afterwards. So anyway, this is definitely a stalemate here. I need to put up a Toxic here, but he could switch out, and he got Mobile, of course, but I do decide to go for a Toxic, and freaking Magikarp, this thing this thing can wall this out, so I am actually on a timer here because I can't stand on this and try to defeat it. I know I can't, so I need to switch into my Gigalith, which have an honest chance of taking it out, of course, or at least bringing some damage to it. And he will set up a Coal Mine, which now, you know, this is genuinely scary, so I hope to the gods now that it doesn't have the Focus Blast, because that could really dent me. But he hits the Focus Blast, and it's very real. And my Stone Edge coming in, and you know, that's fair damage, but the Sandstorm subside, and I know I can't take another Focus Blast. And that is rather terrifying, to be honest, so I am forced to switch to my Malamar, and I was really thinking after he went for one Coal Mine, he was going to stay in, so I was actually trying to build up a superpower bulk here, and he actually switched out, and it's a very good prediction on his side. Really, I don't want to risk myself getting burned. So obviously the Will-O-Wisp there is walled out by Mantine, and we basically are at the same stalemate again. I actually decided to pull a double switch because I did kind of predict him to switch out. He doesn't. He goes for the Hex. That is terrifying. So I go for a Stone Edge, hoping for him to actually switch out, but he goes for Trick Room, which is even more frustrating, to be honest. And now I know for sure that is gonna go for a Will-O-Wisp, so I'm gonna switch out here yet again, going right back into Mantine, really, because there's nothing you can do to the Mantine, and like I said there, I really need his thing Toxic. He's going to see this, of course. I actually failed to go for Toxic because he could just go into Reuniclus yet again, and that would be generally frustrating, but I was given a shot just in case. And well, I got the Conkeldurr Toxic, so that's huge, because a lot of my pokes are actually walled out by, of course, the Conkeldurr with the fighting weakness on 3 of my pokes, actually. So the decision of Tracheon might not have been that good. So anyway, I tried to wall him out here. So I'm gonna expect him to go for a knockoff, consider I'm gonna do the neutral higher damage. And yeah, I take that really well. But I don't really want to risk him having Ice Punch or anything like that, so I'm gonna bring Gigalith here. Gigalith is somewhat walled down, so I really don't see it as being something able to work throughout this battle, so I decided to sack him off so that I can actually deal with both Electivire and Magmar with my Hippowdon. So I'm gonna have that in mind, and I'm gonna hope now that it goes for Mag Punch, try to finish me off. He actually goes for Drain Punch. So very, very good move on his part, and like I said there, I probably should have thought about that he didn't have Mach Punch on his team at all, but I forgot about it, and that's really frustrating. So anyway, he will decide to switch that one out, and if I remember correctly, I went for a Slack off here because I know I can take another Drain Punch, and the Toxic will of course build it over, but look at this, it's the Mega Mobile, god damn it. So at this point, isn't this thing Uber? So he sets up a Sword Stance, and like, at this point I was like, alright, it's over. And Hax! Finally a Hax coming through, taking him out. That's awesome. So I'll probably do it around 50%. Then again, an Ice Fang wouldn't have taken me out, it would have put me around 50 to 60% in damage, so isn't that terrifying to be honest, but still, it's very sad for him that he actually got a critted there and be taken out. Because that means that this battle will be much longer than I needed to. So anyway, we're in this stalemate again, Solgo against Confergus, and I'm just going for rest here. I saw no reason trying to go for a Toxic. Probably should have done that, think about it, because he will just set up a Trick Room. And really here, I was actually thinking that he was going to switch out, so I'm not going to stay with my Solgo. And that was definitely the right prediction, and by seeing that he switched out before me, alright, I actually stayed in. Alright, I went for Sleep Talk, never mind, and pulling off a Scald, that's it. Alright, so it is in the range of be killed at least, but I have no real switch in here, but I know he's gonna go yet for another knockoff, and Hippowdon is definitely the guy to wall that one out. But, of course, the crit is gonna, it's gonna, the Hax is gonna wall him, balance itself out, and he gets a crit against me, which does very, very fair damage. And of course here I do expect him to go yet for another Ice Punch, to be honest, so I'm just gonna decide to sack off Vulcan here. Thank God this is over. So that is one other big threat of his team away. So now my only real issue is of course the Confergus, which actually put a stop to my full Stoutland. So he'll go for a Coal Mine here, probably not expecting me to hit my Retaliate doing as much damage as it does. I did expect him to try something to set up, considering he still got the Trick Room going. So the Trick Room ends here, so I was expecting him to switch out actually, but he decides to stay in. And the thing is, I don't kill him, but, and this is probably the worst part of it really, he goes for a Focus Blast, which of course will kill me. Even a Psychic would have killed me from this range, but it went for a Focus Blast, and he missed, and that is going to mean one thing, that Fulf is able to take him out. And yeah, that really sucks for him. I mean, that is incredibly unlucky considering the given circumstances that a neutral stab will actually have taken me out. So anyway, Electivire is coming. I have no means of outspeeding him, of course, so I'm going to go into my Terrakion now, hopefully as he goes for an Ice Punch, because it seems very predictable for me to bring Bugura, and I don't really want to kill that. So now I expect him to switch out, and I actually gonna switch out too. No, I went for close combat, then switch out, sorry. I was expecting to stay in and go for a Cross Chop, right. Yeah, that's it, sorry. Anyway, now I go to my Solgo, because I do have the upper hand here, but he pulls a double switch with Magmortar, so now I know for sure that this swing has something with Thunder related. I'm just gonna bring Bugura here. I was hoping for Thunderbolt, but it shows me Thunder Punch. And yeah, it could be physical now. I'm pretty sure about that, so I have that in mind. So think about that until next time you see this one, of course. So yeah, I really just wanted to get some HP back, so I just went for a Slack off, consider how I screwed up against Conkeldurr. And I'm gonna expect him to expect me to switch out, so I'm just gonna go for a safer move, which be an Earthquake. risking getting burned, of course, and I don't do that much damage, but he went for Hex, so yeah, he overpredicted, and I basically thought I was probably gonna see something like that, so I do expect him to go to the Will-O-Wisp this time, so I will definitely switch out to my Mantine, and yeah, oh, I didn't, no, I wanted to Pursuit Trap him, but he went for a Trick Room, and that is frustrating, because that means of course he outspeeds me now. I was actually hoping to bring over either for Hex or either could switch out, but no, he didn't. And so I have to be forced to switch into Solgo yet again. And of course, I can take the Will-O-Wisp. He can't really attack me because I only got Haxed as a move, of course. But I finally get the chance to poison him here because I go for Sleep Talk. I will get the Skull here yet again. Actually, very lucky with the Sleep Talks. But I will wake up next turn, and I just went for Toxic because either if he switch into his Electivire, I can still get the thing on a timer and take it out eventually. But I actually go for Will-O-Wisp, forgetting that he outspeed me in a Trick Room. So yeah, that really sucked for him, to be honest. That is very unfortunate. And yeah, with leftovers recovery and stuff like that, Solgo is good to go yet again. And I'm just gonna go for a Skull here. These two walls can't really do anything against each other, but they are also Arc's nemesis, really. And I do expect this thing to pack the what's it called? The Pain Splits. So I definitely see that as a reason to maybe be able to switch out when HP is low, which is kind of at this part. So at this point I will actually switch into my 4th, because I do expect him to try to recover back on, and we just can't have that one going. So he goes for Pain Split. I actually recover 6 HP here, awesome. And I will go for the Pursuit, because now I got him Pursuit Trapped, which is what I really want 4th to be able to do, and the Trick Room is out of the way, which means he can't switch out, or he can't, but he will still be killed. So he gets the Mummy going, of course, and that's really fine, to be honest. And yeah, 4th is doing some work yet again. So Magmortar is coming in here, and like I saw it, I kind of felt as it could be physical, so my Malamar can wall that out, but you got Flamethrower too, and Life Orb, and that does little too much. But then again, I saw no reason to switch out or anything like that, so I'm just gonna go for a superpower, just slap him up a little bit. Given that range of damage, a Psycho Cut would probably kill him, but yeah, he will definitely take me out with the Flamethrower, of course. And yeah, Life Orb damage in conjunction will definitely do even more damage. So I'm gonna bring Boogra here and set up the Sandstorm. I'm not gonna try to wall him out or anything like that. I'm just gonna accept my early defeat with Boogra, because I could have gone to Boogra in the beginning and then bring Wolf afterwards and take out both Magmar and with Retaliation, and then Electivire with Giga Impact. But due to the chance of me missing a Giga Impact, I didn't really want to risk it. So I decided to do it like this instead. So I'm gonna sack up Boogra and then with Wolf finish off the game, because really, if Electivire is his last poke, then my Mantine obviously can't do anything from that range and will be taken out easily. And the rest of my team is somewhat worn down, so Volt was really my safest bet here, and risking the Giga Impact would have been terrible to lose that, to be honest. And of course, a lot of hacks was on my side here, and that is actually the reason I win, to be honest. But definitely, really good game, Charlston, and I hope to battle you sometimes in the future. This was very fun. So yeah, like I said there, the Hex was definitely on my side there, and I really felt that throughout this battle, that, you know, if this mobile would have round free, then yeah, that would have been just terrible. I'm really glad I got a crit there, because I don't really think I would be able to succeed in defeating it. An Ice Fang would be in a range of 65 to 70 in damage, which would be in a way that my Boogra will not find a way to recover back on. And just throughout the battle, I guess with this battle that was very lengthy, would have been halved really by default. You know, plus you could go for a Sucker Punch and stuff like that and actually wall me out. So yeah, I won because of hacks. I'll give into that, and I did some very good prediction, but my opponent did just the same. So yeah, that's about it. So anyway, guys, you know, as always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. And remember, the sky is the limit. So take care. Have a good day. All right. Bye.